All right, so I warmly welcome you to this part of the class and something important that we'll be looking at, though actually everything we've been looking at has been important, but specifically this particular part of the classes is almost going to be like a project-based class where we will start combining most of the things we've learned, especially the VLOOKUP and also the HLOOKUP. All right, we've seen the HLOOKUP. We've also seen the VLOOKUP. So let's quickly look at the HLOOKUP and then we start seeing how to start working on this. All right, so in a quick one, let's we are going to create a new sheet. All right, so what we are planning to do in this course or this lesson is to build a database system. A database system in the sense that as a user of your maybe Excel sheet, selects an item, then what it does is that it uses the VLOOKUP from here to fill out and complete the rest of the information about the record of a particular student. All right, so let's quickly do that here. So we have all this information of this student here, and with their department, blood group, spouse name, phone number, salary, staff ID. So let's quickly create a database system. So basically, let's just say database system here. So let's just give it a name, database system. And what we are going to have here in our database system is simply the first record we have here, that is a staff name, department, this and this. All right, okay, but let's first of all have the staff ID. All right, where we want to have an ID for the staff, but let's just call it staff ID. Right, thereafter we have the rest of the record, the rest of the column information, the staff name, department till the salary here. So let me quickly just copy that and paste here. Okay, blood group, this. So this is database system for TechSkillUp Academy. Let's say we have the different staff with their different department here, and then their different blood group. All right. Okay, let me quickly work on the design of this. So actually we can use insert shape here. We can actually use different shapes to build that. We can use a particular shape to do this. All right, and then inside here we include a text. Let's say TechSkillUp database system or staff database staff or staff database system. Okay, can highlight this and centralize it. Then we can bold this and then also increase the font size. All right, so notice what I did. Let's quickly delete this and then just move this up. So we can, as well as let's say change the color of this either to black or to whichever color that we prefer. Let's open this to pick some other designs. All right, so I think I'll go with this. And then here, what you basically be doing here is we want to create a list. We've seen how to do that. So click here, then go to data validation. And then in data validation, make sure you select list as here, their value. And then in the source, tap on here. So let's go to our sheet 3. But before that, let's quickly rename these our sheets. Let's rename it to data info. All right, data info. So let's get back to data validation. Go back to list here. Then instead of here, click on data info. All right, then let's select That is going to be the staff name. Right, for the staff name, we want to convert the whole staff name to a list. Well, before, what we do is that we click on here, then shift control arrow down to take us to the last row containing information for the record. But in our case, what if in the case where we have maybe subsequently students are now filling the records, the information, or staff are filling it to say, sorry, staff are filling more information, let's say in row 11, 12, 13. So, and we want those information to be contained in our database. So instead of us to select only these 10 rows or be to 9 rows, press the arrow down again to select the entire column. So everything here. So we have about 100 and that should be 1,048,576. All right. So once you've done that, just hit on your enter here, and then let's click OK. Right. So here we have the information of all the staffs here. Or if you click on it, there is nothing happening to the rest of the data. All right, this other column, nothing is happening to all of them here. So that's because we've not actually written our VLOOKUP to reference the information from this our data info sheet. So for us to do that, let's first of all work with the staff ID. All right, so this staff ID, find the staff ID here. All right, so looking at the staff ID here, we have the staff ID on column. Let's start from this index. A is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's 8. And using the VLOOKUP, so let's write the VLOOKUP equal to VLOOKUP. Let's double click this. And then what's going to be the lookup value? So the lookup value should be our cell C7. So let's type C7. All right, that's our cell. And then what is the table array? So the table array is going to be, let's go back to data information. Let's click on here. All right, click on there, Control Shift arrow right, arrow down. But in this case, since you want to select everything, we wouldn't want to select just this ones that has data inside. We want to select the whole range of the table, just as we did when we were looking for the lookup value, when we were looking at creating a list, all right, in the staff name. So let's press down button again to select everything. So that's going to be our array. So this is the data info, then with comma here. All right, with comma, what's the column index? The column index is 8. Then with a comma, we have usually say choose false, and then let's close this and then hit enter. So once you switch this, we have the staff ID here. Once you switch to this, we have the staff ID updated here. All right, then we have for department, blood group, spouse, name, phone number, and the rest. So you are going to do the similar thing you did here using the VLOOKUP. So what you do, let's copy this, Control C, press escape, then come here, double click, Control V. All right, but what you are going to just be doing here is to change the values of this index number. Now that is the column index for the department. All right, for department, let's start counting. Let's go to department. Let's go to the data we are working with. So let's go to department. All right, so department is number 2, blood group 3. So let's start here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, so let's go back to our database. So if we use 2, so the department is management. Right, if you paste again and you choose 3, the blood group is AB. If you paste here again, 4, okay, 5, choose here 6, and then make here 7. Right, 7. All right, so this is 7. All right, now, so what happens once you come here? In fact, we can as well as format the whole of this. So let's format this. Go to home. Let's give this, let's say, a background of should we say kind of this color here, and then we can also add a border. right? Kind of but let's leave it this way actually. Let's just leave it this way. But we've already covered how to format cells, so you can actually format your cells from there, right? And then one other things we want to do is to work on this number here where we need to add 0. So to do that, just go to, you can format your cells here, right click and use them, go to format cells, and format cells, these are numbers. I want to convert that to a number, or go to custom. All right, click on custom and then click on that 0, and what you're basically doing is to add hash to the number. Once you see 0 here, please look at what happened. Look at the screen very well. We started adding hash, 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 hash. Once you see a 0 at the back of, at the front of the 9, just stop. All right, so we have 0. Just click OK. So we now have 0 value here. So once you choose another name, we have the phone number of these guys here. So this is how to build a database from, a list of maybe a record containing data of maybe student. It could be in a department or a company, and then from there, maybe someone may just ask, okay, look for a staff name here, let's say by name Clinton Smith, and give us the record or the information about the person. So once you click on that, we have all of them. So with the help of VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP, we can actually build stuff like this. All right, so thank you so much, and I expect to see you in the next class.